Hi, I'm Dina Moeller of Fade to Black Productions. In this video, I'm going to demonstrate for you what colors work best on camera. So how do you know which color works best for you? Think about what you're wearing when you get the most compliments. When people tell you, wow, that color really brings out your eye color, or your skin looks really great when you wear blue. That's probably what you should be wearing. Think about the presents that you get for Christmas or your birthday. What message are your loved ones trying to give you by pushing certain colors on you? When you go to a clothing store, what colors do the salespeople recommend you try, or they sneak to you in the dressing room? That's probably what you should be wearing. For the purposes of this demonstration, we're not going to change the lights, we're not going to readjust the camera settings, I'm not going to go and change my lipstick. This is purely to show that just by changing the color of my shirt, it will dramatically change my appearance on camera. We'll start with the two colors that you should not be wearing, black and white. Black is a very dramatic and harsh color, and it creates contrasts. And it's only good, if you're a musician or an artist and you kind of want to create that very dramatic look. But if you're doing an interview and you want to be warm and friendly and inviting to your audience, black is not going to do it. Black is a very selfish color, and it sucks in all the light and it doesn't reflect anything back onto your face. So as a result, you end up looking very tired, very drawn, and sometimes even older, which I seriously doubt is the look that you're going for. White is also a very selfish color because what it does, it reflects all the studio lighting back at the camera and makes itself the center of attention. It competes with your face for the camera's white balancing, and you're going to lose every time. So what ends up happening is that you end up having this glow, this eerie glow that on a pale person like myself will make me look like Casper the Friendly Ghost, or on a darker skin tone will look very ashy. It can also make you look bigger because you're glowing so much, and nobody wants that. So what about gray? Gray, yes, is softer than black and it doesn't offer the harsh contrasts, but it also doesn't do much for your skin tone either. The only time I would recommend gray, and actually I would strongly recommend this, is for a men's or woman's suit. That combined with lavender, blue, or even coral, or a rose, really looks stunning on camera and really pops. Do you remember Roygbiv from elementary school? We're going to talk about the Roys, your reds, your oranges, and your yellows. These are very hot colors, they're very intense on camera, and a lot of time the camera sensors have difficulty reading them, and they never really complement anyone's skin tone. Red is a very intense color. It's a color of power, which is why you see a lot of politicians wearing it. The problem with it, though, is that a lot of camera sensors have difficulty reading it properly, and a lot of times it ends off coming orange rather than red. It also creates a glowing effect and can also bleed, which means the edges end up looking very fuzzy, which can make you glow and also make you look bigger than you need to. The only time red is acceptable is if there's a little bit of it in a tie or a scarf, just a little accent color and not the predominant color. Hot pink is also another color you should avoid because it suffers from the same issues as red. Orange is a tricky color. If it's too bright like a tangerine, it can have the same glowing effect as red and make you look bigger and cast a sickly glow to your skin. But an orange like this, like a muted pumpkin or a rust or an autumn leaf color, can actually work nice with most skin tones. Whether it's a bright sunny yellow like this one or a soft buttercup, yellow is generally a color you want to avoid. It has the same issues as white in that it reflects all the lighting back to the camera, making you look either very pasty or very ashy. Before we move on to the good color choices, I just want to address one more wardrobe issue that you need to think about when choosing a shirt or a tie. Fine patterns. I'm going to move a little bit here so you can see what I'm talking about. What you're seeing here is known as the moire effect, where the lines in the shirt seem like they're moving. And this happens when you wear fine lines, plaids, checks, and houndstooth. The problem stems sometimes with the camera or sometimes with the monitor because I have a hard time resolving these lines and making them look appropriate. So you want to avoid these at all costs. So what colors do look good on camera? For that, we need to look at the G-bivs, your greens, your blues, your indigos, and your violets. Green is a very good color because it's a very soothing color. It's the color of forests, grassy fields, and it's very pleasing to a lot of skin tones and eye colors. It looks really good on brunettes and redheads, and it also brings out the golden or hazel highlight in a lot of brown eyes. So this is a good go-to color. When I came out here, the camera guy said to me, wow, that color really brings out your eyes. And that's what you want to look for when you're choosing a color to be on camera. It's a very soothing color. It's the color of the ocean, the sky. You'll find a lot of blue used in websites and other advertising because it's also a trusting color. So this is a color that's very good for a camera appearance. You want to stick to your medium to maybe royal blue shades because you can have issues if you go much darker to a color like navy. How many times have you gone to a store and you had to ask the salesperson if these pants you're looking at are black or navy? Guess what? Your camera's going to have the same issue reading it, and a lot of times it's going to err and read it as black. The only time you should consider wearing navy is as an alternative to a black suit. If you pair a navy suit with a blue shirt or lavender or even a rose, it'll bring the blueness out and it'll look a lot better than a black suit would. Lastly, my favorite colors are the roses and the violets. This color looks amazing on any skin tone. I was in a wedding party once that ranged from a woman paler than myself with red hair to an African-American woman, and we all look great in this color. It just really brings out your skin tone, it warms it up, and it makes your eyes brighter. When you go on a shoot, be sure to bring at least 3 to 4 changes of clothing so that you have options. You might have brought all the right colors, but maybe there's 2 or 3 other interviewees in the video that are all wearing blue, and maybe the videographer would like you to wear a violet or a green. I hope this demonstration helped you understand why wardrobe choice is so important. I'm Dina Moeller of Fade to Black Productions. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the shoot.